GSL.
Welcome everybody. It's time for the winner's match. It's going to be a Protoss versus Zerg. We're going to take a look at our results, how we got here. MyuNgSiK was able to take a pretty convincing 2-0 against Panic, and then DRG was able to do the same against Turn. So pretty quick 2 series, in fact.
An even more convincing 2-0 out of DRG, I have to say. And I feel like, you know, DRG really played well, but Turn more so was he's having a weird day today. He looks totally off, so
yeah, he looks rough, man.
I feel like this one will actually be close. I'd actually favor DRG in this next matchup, but Turn in that second one, I feel like Panic's going to take it all the way. He's just not looking good today.
Yeah, well, I think, I don't know, I feel like DRG is highly favored in this matchup as well. MyuNgSiK looked decent in Pro League recently and has shown some great Phoenix play, but he's a bit predictable. And I feel like DRG also probably expected to face MyuNgSiK in a winner's match. Like, if I'm DRG, I'm not overconfident, but I'm pretty confident myself. I think I'm very favored over Turn. And I look at MyuNgSiK and I'm like, sorry, Panic, I think he's probably going to win. So I think I'm going to have to beat Turn and MyuNgSiK, and I might be able to get out first place. So I bet he's actually prepared for this map, specifically Foxtrot, at least this one, a specific build. Foxtrot Labs, one of our newer maps. You saw it earlier today. It's a pretty cool map. A lot of different pathways, a lot of different choke points and whatnot to work with different paths you can open. So one of my favorite new maps in the pool. This is the winner's match of the GSL Code Group B for Season 3 of 2014. I'm Wolf, with me is Brendan. Let's get into the game.
Up here in the top right in the pink, the Protoss player, he is
KT roster MyuNgSiK.
Goldilocks' brother.
Goldilocks' brother for sure. No doubt about it. The bottom left in the red.
MVP DongRaeGu.
The final boss.
Always has a lot of fans in the audience cheering for him.
Yeah. Biting his lip. I think he's really stressed, but. Nyam nyam. In this case, I'm not exactly
it was like
sure how to translate this for you
Terran
guys.
was nyam nyam, like delicious, I guess.
Terran was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And the Protoss is going to be really good too, right?
He spelled it like toast, though. He was like toast too.
I thought he said toast-to. Almost as in like toast-do, but toast-to? I don't know, man. I don't get it, but this is actually going to work out really well for MyuNgSiK. It's going to be a blind hatch first from DRG versus cannons. He sees the probe, so he will pull down some drones, at least one. But let's see, man. This is actually a good map for canning. I think you can do it with one probe. The 2 pylons? Oh, you just, wow.
Or
DRG like actually brought like his rabbit's foot today. DRG's like wearing his lucky socks. DRG like, didn't step on a single crack or walk under any ladders. And when he saw a black cat, he looked at it and it turned white.
Yeah, man.
Things are just working out for him today, man. That's all I have to say. Like, this cannon rush thing is just not happening. I mean, it was honestly though a really good reaction by him. The probe mistake there, he almost losing it, was not really DRG's success. More of it was MyuNgSiK's mistake. But regardless, he wasn't going to be able to make that cannon work. I don't think with 4 drones. I haven't tested it myself. I think it's possible we might be able to do a 2 pylon wall at the bottom left of those mineral lines. Well, there might be a gap there. I'm really not sure myself. Someone will probably test that soon if it's not been tested already. I just haven't seen it. See at the bottom left there? It almost looks like you can fit a cannon between 2 pylons there, right behind those minerals.
Maybe.
Not sure though. Definitely not if your probe gets caught.
No. Surrounded.
Yeah. Well, gas is going up. Core will be going up after the gate. DRG takes a safe 3rd hatch. Only makes 2 Zerglings, but I don't think MyuNgSiK's going to risk it. Not worth the cannon there. Let's obviously going to go ahead and send that Pro Bomb every time you can, and it costs you a lot of money. Cleaning bot. Keep things clean here at the lab. One of my favorite coffee shops in Korea is called The Lab.
Really?
Really good paninis and really good lemonade.
I don't think you've taken me there.
I haven't because it's in Goshichon. It's really far away.
Oh, okay.
You gotta like take a taxi or take like a bus. That's really complicated. Buses are scary. So
Buses are so easy, man.
no,
I used to be just like you.
Buses are scary, dude.
Alone and afraid in the world without buses. But now, come to peace with my bus friends.
Oh! Nope.
Survives.
4 lings, 1 gets in. 2 lings, nope. Stargate. As is the way of MyuNgSiK. Not in his PvP. In PvP, he was like doing some 3-gate pressure and then just defending all ins. He actually just won that first PvP just by almost just by being handsome. Can you? I wonder if you can walk on that little bridge that sticks out there.
I think
like
you
one
can.
zealot fights like
With
1,000 Zerglings by himself.
With a small unit, you can actually walk out there.
It looks like it.
Yeah. And the Overlord did scout the Spore Crawler, the Stargate, and he'll probably be putting down Spore Crawlers in due time.
Yeah. He's gonna want to see if it's Oracle or Phoenix.
What's it gonna be? It's a Phoenix. DongRaeGu sees it. And as it did get scouted, pretty smart.
Pulls his Overlord away so that it can live as long as possible. It will eventually die.
Yeah. It's just false hope, man. It's cruel.
Nobody wants to get supply blocked as fast as possible and draw it out, you know.
Like I said, it's
Get
true.
that extra Overlord as soon as possible. These 4 drones have had it with this mill patch. The 3rd base.
Yeah, they're done. It's over.
Not enough female drones there.
Got to check out the other party, you know. Heard that 3rd hatch was pretty bumping.
I heard it was pretty bumping. I heard the DJ is pretty sick. Heard the Queen's always hitting her index. 3 gates and +1 with a Robo. Could be an Immortal push. I don't think it would be very effective on this map.
It'd be pretty delayed as well.
I know, yeah, because the Phoenix, I think he's just going to take a 3rd base with this. Surprising it doesn't try to rush the base out and use the gates as a wall. Can actually supply block DRG further here. There's 3 Overlords on the way, but just going to block them there for a second more.
Look at this. He's controlling the skies with his Phoenixes, killing a lot of Overlords,
Yeah,
actually.
how many has he actually killed? He's killed like...
It's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely a lot.
He's killed some of those for sure.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of Overlords on that. There's actually even one more to the top left. DRG's brains in like TVZ mode. You don't normally want to have this many Overlords on the map when you got Phoenixes up against you.
And there's that Warp Prism. So could definitely control the skies with that, have +1 Zealots drop possibly. But we see a lot of Lings streaming across the map. He's going to have to deal with that first.
Yeah, it's going to delay any sort of 3rd base for a little bit. Phoenixes want to see exactly how many are there. Bay goes down. Help him secure this base. He's actually got a lot of Phoenixes. 5 in total. So you can actually do some real work against anything you find. He knows the Lings are away. When he's able to verify that, he's going to drop out the Zealots. Probably going to do a Warp End. 3 more. So 7 Zealots. Could actually kill an Evo Chamber, but it looks like he's going to go for drones instead. Spore Crawler as well will help him do Phoenix harassment later on. He'll send those Phoenixes over right away. It's a lot of Queens. 5 Phoenixes versus 5 Queens. I think the Queens are pretty okay about that situation. Going to get an Overlord. Targets a Queen.
Well, the Queens are going to transfuse that a lot, but...
Yeah, that was not very successful.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe he could get 1 Queen while they were fighting the Zealots, but basically did nothing. And now he's not able to drop over here. All the Lings pretty ready, as well as the Queens.
Yeah, DRG's like having no trouble with this at all. Start to Spire now. I'll get those Corruptors out, not only for the Phoenixes, but also for those Colossi. No 4th base for him, and it is going to take him a little while to spread the creep over that base to the top left. But he's getting there. His Evolution Chamber placement is pretty interesting. He just canceled it. He did it. So he's actually not decided yet what he wants to do. I think perhaps he just wants more gas for the Mew. He's going to keep the Carapace upgrade so that he can actually have that going for him on the ground. Gets Overlord speed as well. because he's tired of these Phoenixes killing all his Overlords. It's also good for scouting. Queens are really moving it out there.
He's got enough to transfuse forever. He actually just gives away a Phoenix there. And he was able to kill one of those Queens.
Yeah, just not worth it though.
Yeah.
Especially when he could actually just do a massive Beetless switch right now, which it looks like he wants to with all the gas he's saving. There's no scout on the Spire. There's like basically no anti-air. There's 3 Phoenixes and a Void Ray. Okay, he sees it, but is it too late? Oh, he switches to Infestation Pit. This is so crazy. Like, he's really just undecided about what he wants to do.
Immediately starts 2 Stargates, this MyuNgSiK. I feel like that's pretty smart. He's going to have to just be wary.
15 Corruptors.
Yeah. He saw that one Colossus and he was like, oh, okay. Corruptors, here we go.
He also restarted +1 melee.
Yeah.
Did he see the Stargates? Where are those located? Are they to the south of the
Main
third
base.
base? They're in the main, okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't see this double Stargate, because that would also definitely make him be like, okay, well, Betas are definitely not going to work here. But against a small number of Void Rays, this many can work. We're seeing a timing attack that we saw from, who was it? I want to say Solar. Tasis and I were casting. It's Corruptor Ling Queen attack. And it works really well. It doesn't seem like it would, especially against like 1 or 2 Colossi and a bunch of Voids, but it does work actually fairly well. You gotta get all your Queens over there though. This is pretty crazy. He's just gonna ignore the overcharge. He's gonna knock these Void Rays down, the prismatic alignment notwithstanding. He's actually needs to fight the, have the Corruptors actually fight, kills a Mothership Core, can now eliminate that Void Ray, and then once the Colossus is gone, he's going to have a decent time with these Lings. It looks like he may get that Nexus.
Oh, he's so close. He finally gets it. He's got a lot more Lings over there.
Now the question is, was it worth it?
Well, he does cancel that third base. It's going to take a while before that is up. But this fourth base is being harassed while these Overlords are being harassed over here at the third base. I feel like the Phoenixes will go down because he's focusing on this attack over here that may just actually be defended against. And I think it will.
So he's totally routed the Warp Prism threat now with the Corruptors. A few Lings come over here now. He did have to replace some of his gas drones. But he's making a big switch to Mutas. And this is something that MyuNgSiK has already either scouted somehow or he feels like it's the next step. I mean, it is fairly obvious that this would be a good choice. There's still 7 Corruptors out to help protect the Mutas against such a small Phoenix count. But with Stalkers, Sentries, Void Rays, and Phoenixes, it's not going to be a fight DRG wants to take, at least until he's got some more sizable Mutalist force. He's going to harass here, but he's definitely going to want to hightail it out as soon as the Stalkers arrive.
Yeah, and so he does. Some Phoenixes popping out, but he does have a pretty sizable amount of Corruptors. There's just about 7 to hold off, at least against the Phoenixes, but not against the Void Rays. He's going to have to run those away, and nice micro battles going on in the air here.
20 Mutalisks on the map now. And those force fields, the first wave, were pretty not good, but the second wave is going to help him out a lot. Really just wants to come over here and kill these pylons if he can to unpower the Stargates, but there's just so many Voids. And he's just going to fight this battle straight up with this many Phoenixes, or rather with this many Mutalisks. Ends up getting a good trade.
Yep, it was too much. He had already split up the army of MyuNgSiK, and MyuNgSiK just GG's.
GG's.
It was too much for him to handle. He was too far behind. And DRG takes game number 1.
DRG is
on fire.
He's like, I don't know, man. He's like in a rocket, man. He's like going to the moon, dude. He's like, Code S, actually, I've already been there. I'm going to the moon. I'm going to start a new tournament.
With awesome hair and cool glasses. You guys will see.
He's like, I heard there was water on Mars. Maybe I'll go there instead. So we'll find out how good aliens are at StarCraft. Maybe they're better than humans.
They're probably better than you, chumps.
They're probably better than Turn. All right, Goldilocks, bro. What do you got? Overgrowth.
Interesting pick.
I don't know about this pick. He must have some sort of timing attack planned, I think. Probably Blink Stalker +2, or perhaps
Well, one thing he's got prepared is another piece of gum.
Yeah.
And that did help him in the first match against Panic. So we'll see if it helps him against DongRaeGu.
DRG is just ripping people apart today. I cannot imagine him not getting out of this group in first place with how well he's been playing.
Yeah, me too. Would not be surprised to see if MyuNgSiK does a timing attack, him just slap it down, just be like, no, go home.
I mean, look at it. DRG he looks confident. He looks focused. His hair looks great. MyuNgSiK's gonna have to pull off a miracle here if he wants to advance in first place. He's got to win 2 games in a row here in the GSL Code A Group B.